What's going on, traders? Welcome to my stream. Today's kind of the weekend for first day of the week. We want to finish off like what happened last week. Last week has been an interesting week. I'm gonna try to do this as fast as I can. You can pretty much screenshot all this information. I ended up green on the week. Most of the days are green except Wednesday. I think Wednesday I took a ticker that I was too biased on the ticker, and then I had a revenge trade out of it, so I pretty much lost two times, and then I had a big loss. So, starting off with Monday, SMXT, I was buying it off the VWAP. We came up here, we bought it as we broke pre-market highs, bought it again. SMXT was the big mover of the day. 24 million in volume, 150 million in float. Insiders were 40%. And we pretty much ran up to 260 before pretty much reversing. Let's see over here. Actually, that's Tuesday. I'm sorry. So we're gonna start out with Monday. BTBD bought the pre-market's high on merger news, I think. This was out of the gate. We view our reclaim and we went straight to 560. We had a bunch of movers. This is a pop and drop. We had Cassie here. This is a daily breakout of 178, but I actually bought it over here as we broke 210, kind of chased it around and got out for flat. That was Monday, I think. Monday I traded two tickers. Cassie, BTVD, that's it. And Verb was the mover of I think was a VWAP reclaim here from 14 to 22. Anyway, so this was Monday. Monday was good. BTBD. BTBD, I bought it here and I made 20% and then I left. It actually went to 560, so I could have held that position no longer. Always leave something in there after you make 20% just in case the ticker ends up going a little bit higher than we all expect. I'm moving on to Wednesday. Right here, 8.5. So this is Wednesday. So I made a huge gain on SMXT. SMXT was, I think it was up on contract 127 million EPC contract. We bought it as we broke 160, and then we rebought it again at 180, and then we had a fake out breakout right about here. Then I rebought it, and then we pretty much hit 250. SMXT was the big mover, and then I actually shorted leader. Leader was the first green day bounce that broke 2,899, but the 2,899 didn't hold when we came back. Usually on a first green day bounce, you break $3 and we hold $3, and then we go to 350 or $4. This situation, we broke $3 and we pretty much came under $3, and we actually reclaimed a bit, but it didn't happen. And so I went in long, I got stopped out, flipped short, stopped out, and then I shorted again and I made my loss. It was actually a pretty choppy ticker and hard to trade this ticker, but I eventually came out green on the ticker. Let's see, CWD was the midday mover, 3 to 8 that I was looking at. I didn't really buy it at all. That was on Tuesday. Looking on Wednesday. Wednesday I had the big loss. The big loss was starting with LPSN. We were pretty bullish on this ticker in the chat. We thought this ticker it's gonna finally run because it had like news with Google or whatever, Google News, but in this situation the flow was too big. It was like 70 million or 80 million. It was giving up already 80%. We thought the volume is gonna be huge at the open. The volume didn't pick up. It was only 2 million per 1 minute candle, and then it pretty much just sold off and it went absolutely nowhere. There was no reason for me to take this loss on LPSN. I think I was more influenced to be more aggressive and biased as a long. Soon enough, I took the loss, and then pretty much I tried to go back in AIMD and then took another loss, so 2 max losses that day. So that was pretty unfavorable. So, just in case you think you're the only one dealing with revenge trading after a loss, we all do revenge trading eventually here, and I got kicked in the teeth. Ended up the next day waking up and I pretty much loaded the boat on IMG. I went huge on IMG. Here's where is IMG? Oh, IMG, I don't even have it over here. So we're gonna look at IMG over here. Sorry about that. So IMG, IMG was the huge mover that I made most amount of money on. Obviously, you all want to see where the profits come because you're all IMG pretty much woke up in the morning at 7 a.m. and I was talking about it on my free live stream actually. So if you were attending the free live stream, you could have made some money. Ended up buying it at 40 and pretty much rode it all the way up to 52, and then I rebought it once again once we broke the pre-market highs. Third time the charm was over here. 55 to 65, so I ended up so this ended up being a huge mover. No specific volume, it's just the fact that it was active aftermarket, and then the range pretty much picked up. Just because you don't think it's going to go any higher, it really will. I was pointing out to the chat that there was a ticker that ran, I don't know, like 1,000% or something, just in case you don't think the ticker is going to go any higher. It actually will. The ticker that I was talking about, it was, I think it was, what was the ticker? SIN. Let me see if I can find SIN, just in case you don't think it's going to go any higher. Where is my, there you go, SIN. So I was talking about in the chat that SIN was a big mover that started at a dollar or 40 cents or 20 cents or 50 cents or something like that, and then pretty much went all the way to $11. So just in case you don't think these tickers can go any higher, they can, and they will squeeze on you. So that's the reason why I actually went long on AIMG. Even though it was up 50%, even though it was up 100%, it actually did a technical breakout of 55, and I did end up making a nice profit on that, even though I was chasing at 55 and sold it at 65. But most of my profits came from 40 to 52, and I took 20 some percent to win, and I was very happy with that huge gain. There was another two tickers. I actually have to save that screenshot. Sorry about that. So I do have to save that screenshot because it seems I have not saved it. So give me a minute to save that. That was 8, 7, 25, 6. So the next ticker we're going to talk about is pretty much, so I ended up buying these tickers, which is YVC. We had a daily breakout of 195, and we actually went above it for a little bit, and then I thought we're going to keep going back to the next resistance of 290. We did not. We just did a short squeeze over the daily breakout of 195, and then we came right back down. So I bought it at 190, we hit 210. I didn't really take any profits, and then wham, out of this ugly ass candle, I just got stopped out and I lost. That's just the nature of the business. The next ticker was what was the next ticker? It was Pally. Pally had a daily breakout, had a pre-market breakout of 160, bought at 160. We hit 190. I didn't take 10% off the table. Technically, the daily breakout was 140. So if I was chasing higher than that, I should have locked in profits sooner, because 140 went to 190. That's, I don't know, like 50 cents a share. So that's pretty much that could have been 20, I don't know, 30% or whatever. So I ended up instead of taking profits in Pally, once I brought it at 160, went to 190, I didn't lock it in. I came back and I got crashed. And then YVC, I bought it at 190, hit 210, and then I got crashed. So in this situation, I did have 10% on the table, and I was pretty much loaded on these two tickers, pretty full size. And then I got slammed once this ticker just got slammed. So it's a pretty great day on this ticker. Moving on to Friday. Friday was pretty interesting day here. My best trade was Oris. Oris, we came up over here. We held most of the pre-market price action around VWAP or whatever. Here we go up, here we have the downtrend, here we go up, here we have the downtrend, and here we go up. So it's kind of like up, sideways, up, sideways, up. Then I bought it as we broke this downtrend. Bought it at 17. We came back to 17. Tested about VWAP. We pushed that open to 20. I sell half, and then I got slammed and sold the other half at 16. I initially had a 10K gain at 20 cents a share, and sadly, I did not sell at 20 cents a share. My best fill was around 19.99, which was only half my size, and then I gave back around 3K off the top once this thing came back to 16. So I was loaded pretty heavily on this Oris. The idea behind this trade was pretty much buy the low price stock of the day. And this situation was Oris. The day before was IMG, and the day before was, I don't know if it was SGBX. If you don't remember, on Wednesday was SGBX. SGBX also ran on Wednesday. SGBX was a ticker that I did not trade on Wednesday. It pretty much ran hugely here. You can see pretty much ran from 20 cents to 62 cents, and I just pretty much had huge amount of FOMO because I didn't really trade it. So Wednesday SGBX, um, Thursday IMG, and then pretty much what I try to do is I try to load the next low price stock, which was Auras on pretty much Friday. It didn't end up doing that well as I thought. It only went from 17 up to 20 cents, so it only gave me around, I don't know, 10, 20, 15, 18%. Took the money, took half out. I thought we were going to push towards mid 20s, 30s. That was not the case. Next ticker was Papal. Papal popped up on my scanner, came up from $3 up to 4. We had this wedge breakout at 480, and then I buy at 480, sell at 520, and then I pretty much leave. We came back, we pushed. It was a little bit choppy in this channel, and then it actually broke down. I thought we were gonna stay in the chop channel right about here, but we ended up just selling off. Those were like the two tickers that I traded on. What was it, on Friday? I also had a loss in Sprue. Sprue was over here. Sprue was very choppy. We pop up, we come up. We had a downtrend break right here, 165. We go up to 173 and then slam. So it did actually, this was a ticker to pretty much go short in, but I didn't really take it short. That's about it. Those were the tickers. Pretty much one big red day on Wednesday. Most of them were recovery days, and so far so good. Other than that, see you all in my next video. Also, I'll attend my free live stream of 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.